So let us start now. In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the ion exchange equilibria and significance of complexing agent. In the previous lecture, we discussed how the lanthanum ions are separated from each other. Now, what is the role of the complexing agent in the separation of the lanthanum? As we know, the complexing agent plays a vital role, important role in the separation of the lanthanum. But how? A complexing agent increases the capacity of ion exchanger resin column. It will increases the capacity of ion exchanger resin column, that is cation exchanger resin column, to fractionate the lanthanum bands into the individual bands. So with the help of the complexing agent, the individual bands are created in the resin column. Therefore, complexing agent plays an important role in the individual separation of lanthanums. But how now? Let us see what type of the equilibria is established during the separation of the lanthanum. So consider the equilibrium is established when the lanthanum ions are distributed between the two phases here. Okay, you can see in the resin column, we have to add the solution of the lanthanum ions. In the resin column, we poured the solution of the lanthanum ions. So let us show this. So in the resin column, we have been added here the solution of the lanthanum ions. Okay, and lanthanum ions get absorbed. Okay, lanthanum ions are get absorbed in the resin column. So lanthanum ions are distributed into the two phases. Already we are adding the aqueous solution of the lanthanum ion in the resin column. So lanthanum ions are distributed in the two phases, that is solid phase means in the resin column, and they are also present in the solution because we are adding the solution of the lanthanum ions. So solution is also there in the resin column. So the quantity of the lanthanum ion, it is distributed in the two phases, that is solid resin and in aqueous phase. Okay, two phases are created there. So let us see, this is the first step when the lanthanum ions are attached to the resin, means they are goes into the solid phase, and some of the lanthanum ions are present in the aqueous phase. So according to this, we can find out the distribution coefficient, and the distribution coefficient, it is denoted by lambda 0. According to this, we can find out the distribution coefficient here. So let us write the distribution coefficient lambda 0. Now the lanthanum ions are distributed into the two phases. So the distribution coefficient lambda 0, it is the ratio of concentration of lanthanum ions, in aqueous phase to the concentration of lanthanum ion in solid resin. Okay, concentration of lanthanum ions in aqueous phase and divided by concentration of the lanthanum ion in solid resin. Concentration of lanthanum ions in solid resin. So they are distributed into the two phases. I think it is at the numerator. Let us check this. Concentration of the lanthanum ion in the solid phase. You can see here. Divided by concentration of the lanthanum ions in aqueous medium. Okay. Because lanthanum ions get attached to the resin column. So they are distributed into the two phases, that is solid phase and aqueous phase. So lambda 0, it is the ratio of concentration. This is distribution coefficient lambda 0. So lambda 0, it is the ratio of concentration of the lanthanum ion in resin column divided by concentration of the lanthanum ion in aqueous medium, and it is written in this way: concentration of the lanthanum ion in solid resin divided by concentration of the lanthanum ion in aqueous medium. Now similarly for next lanthanum ion, okay, suppose that this is a distribution coefficient, it is for first lanthanum ion, that is lanthanum 3 plus ion. Then for next lanthanum ion, lambda 0 dash, that is for cerium tripositive ion. So for next lanthanum ion, lambda 0 dash, it is equal to concentration of the next lanthanum ion in solid resin divided by concentration of the next lanthanum ion in aqueous phase. Okay, concentration of next lanthanum ion in aqueous phase. Now you can see here the distribution coefficient lambda 0, it is also written in this way by neglecting these charges, because all the lanthanum ions are having the tripositive oxidation state. So not necessary to write the oxidation state here. So we can write now concentration of the lanthanum ion in solid resin divided by concentration of the lanthanum ion in aqueous phase. Then for the next lanthanum ion, concentration of the next lanthanum ion in solid resin divided by concentration of the next lanthanum ion in aqueous phase. Okay. Now let us see. Next, separation factor alpha. According to this distribution coefficient, we can determine the separation factor alpha. Okay. So separation factor alpha, it is the ratio of distribution coefficient of the next lanthanum ion to the distribution coefficient of the first lanthanum ion. Okay, distribution coefficient of the next lanthanum ion to the distribution coefficient of the first lanthanum ion. So it is lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0. This alpha, it is equal to lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0. So in this way we can find out the distribution separation factor alpha. Now this separation factor alpha plays a very important role in the separation of the lanthanums. First of all, let us see separation factor alpha. It is equal to lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0. So lambda 0 dash, it is you can see here concentration of the next lanthanum ion divided in a solid resin divided by concentration of the next lanthanum ion in aqueous phase. So we can do this by putting the values here, and we are getting this equation. Concentration of the next lanthanum ion in solid resin divided by concentration of the next lanthanum ion in aqueous phase multiplied by, so this goes to the numerator here. So concentration of the first lanthanum in aqueous phase divided by concentration of the first lanthanum in solid resin. So this separation factor, it is for this neighborer lanthanum ions. Okay. Similarly, we can take next lanthanum ion, praseodymium tripositive. Then we are getting the distribution coefficient here for this also. Okay. So in this way, one by one, we are going to calculate here the separation factor alpha. Okay. Now, the extent of separation of lanthanum ions depends upon the separation factor alpha. Proper separation of the lanthanum has to be takes place into the resin column. If they are not separated properly, then lanthanum ions are not we are not achieve the process of the separation of the lanthanum ion. So in this case, the extent of separation of lanthanum ions depends upon the separation factor alpha. This separation factor alpha plays a very important role. Okay, if suppose alpha equal to 1, let us assume alpha equal to 1. What happens? It means that lambda 0 dash equal to lambda 0. Lambda 0 dash, it is equal to lambda 0. Distribution coefficient for the next lanthanum ion, it is equal to the distribution coefficient for first lanthanum ion. Both are same. If the separation factor alpha, it is equal to 1. Okay. Then what happen? Proper separation of the lanthanum ion is not possible when separation factor alpha equal to 1. In this case, I already told you the separation factor alpha plays a very important role. So in the separation of the lanthanum, the separation factor alpha should not be equal to 1. it should be either less than 1 or greater than 1. Okay, it should deviate from the unity. It should deviate from unity. It is not going to equal to unity. It should deviate from unity. Okay, okay, so try to understand this. But in the presence of large complexing agent, we are adding the complexing agent here in the separation of the lanthanol. In the presence of the large complexing agent, distribution coefficient values of lanthanol ions will change and separation of lanthanol is possible. Distribution coefficient values of all the lanthanol ions will change and proper separation of the lanthanol is possible. Okay, so let us write here first of all distribution coefficient lambda 0 dash for next lanthanol ion concentration of the next lanthanol ion in the solid phase divided by concentration of the first lanthanol ion. Okay, suppose that next lanthanol ion it is cerium 3 plus. Okay, and first lanthanol ion it is lanthanum 3 plus, or if the next lanthanol ion it is praseodymium 3 plus, then before to that it is cerium 3 plus, like this. Or the next lanthanol ion it is lutetium tripositive, then it is ytterbium tripositive. So neighboring lanthanol ion, we can write the distribution coefficient here. Okay, so concentration of the next lanthanol ion, similarly lambda 0 it is equal to concentration of the first lanthanol ion divided by in solid resin and in aqueous medium. Okay, so this is for lanthanum, and suppose this is for cerium, like that. So we can take the distribution coefficient lambda alpha it is equal to lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0. So we can write here now concentration of the next lanthanol ion in solid phase divided by concentration of next lanthanol ion in aqueous phase. Now this goes to the numerator multiplied by concentration of the first lanthanol in aqueous phase divided by concentration of the first lanthanol in solid resin. But if we solve this equation, we are getting the value equal to 1. Separation factor alpha it is equal to 1. So proper separation of the lanthanol is not takes place. Therefore, we have to add the complexing agent here. Complexing agent, and we are going to discuss here the significance of the complexing agent. Okay, eluent mixed with complexing agent, it is to be added into the resin column. Eluent mixed with complexing agent. So what is the role of the complexing agent in the separation of the lanthanol? We want to discuss how it will increases the capacity of the resin column, how there is a formation of the individual bands in the resin column, and that is possible only due to the addition of the complexing agent. So in the separation of the lanthanol ions, we are adding the mixture of what? Ammonium citrate and citric acid. Ammonium citrate and citric acid. This mixture it is to be added in the resin column. Therefore, individual bands of the lanthanols are created in the resin column, and there is a formation of the complex. Which complex is formed? The lanthanol citrate complex is formed. Okay. The citrate ion getting form the complex with the lanthanol ions. So lanthanol citrate, this complex is formed there, and individual bands are created in the resin column. Okay. So due to this, now the distribution coefficient is also changes due to the addition of the complexing agent. So you can see. Okay. See now, in presence of large complexing agent, distribution coefficient values of lanthanol ions will change. If we are not adding the complexing agent, then distribution coefficient values are same. But in presence of large complexing agent, distribution coefficient values of lanthanol ions will change. That's why we are adding the complexing agent. So in presence of excess of the complexing agent, The following equilibria is established here. You can see in presence of the excess of the complexing agent. Suppose now this is the complexing agent. This AA indicates bidentate ligand. Citric acid, citrate ion, it is a bidentate ligand. Means there are two donor atoms. Two donor atoms in the citric acid. Okay. So AA means same atoms are linked to the lanthanone ions and n number. And this complex will be formed here. In general, this complex formation reaction, it is written here. Okay, instead of actually we know this is a reaction which is involved in the complex formation process. Lanthanone going to form the complex with citrate ion, and this complex it is formed here. Okay, but now in general we want to write down this. Okay, this is the complexing agent which is having two donor atoms which are same, and a number of the molecules going to join with this metal ion, lanthanone ion, and this complex will be formed. So thus lanthanone complex is formed. Let us going to apply the law of mass action to this process. Then we can determine the equilibrium constant, or it is also called as a stability constant. So equilibrium constant K equal to concentration of the product divided by concentration of the reactant. So product, it is a complex, so we can write concentration of the lanthanone complex, okay, divided by concentration of the lanthanone ion in aqueous phase multiplied by this concentration of the complexing agent, that is AA. Okay, how many number of the molecules? N number of the molecules. It is in the aqueous phase. So in this way we can write the equilibrium constant K here by applying the law of mass action. And this equilibrium constant, it is also called as a stability constant. Stability constant of the complex. Okay, so you can see here stability constant of the complex. So this is the complex which is formed here, lanthanone complex. So stability constant of the complex, it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone complex divided by concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase multiplied by concentration of the complexing agent in aqueous phase. So we are getting this equation now. We are getting this equation here, that is a stability constant K. We are getting here the stability constant A value. So you can see here this stability constant A value, it is written here. So stability constant of the complex, already we have written this equation. Now according to this we can find out the concentration of the lanthanone complex. So this is equal to stability constant multiplied by concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase multiplied by concentration of the complexing agent. Suppose that this is equation 1 here. This is equation 1 here. So we are getting here the concentration of the lanthanone complex. It is equal to this. Now let us see. The total concentration of the lanthanone ion in aqueous solution is the sum of the concentration of the complexed lanthanone ion and uncomplexed lanthanone ion. This is very important here to understand. The total concentration of the lanthanone ions. Okay, because now suppose the released lanthanone ions are going to form the complex. The released lanthanone ions are going to form the complex with the suppose citrate ion here, that is complexing agent, and this complex is formed. Lanthanone citrate complex is formed here. Okay. Now total concentration of the lanthanone ion in aqueous solution. In the resin column, lanthanone ions are distributed. In the resin column, the lanthanone ions are released from the resin. So total concentration of lanthanone ions in aqueous phase, it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in complex form. let us write this, concentration of the lanthanone in complex form plus concentration of the lanthanone in uncomplex form, that is like this, concentration of the lanthanone in a uncomplex form. It means that all the quantity of the lanthanone, it is not going to form the complex. Suppose let us assume that we are having the 1 molar concentration, 1 molar concentration of lanthanone ions in the resin column. Okay, out of this 1 molar, 0.8 molar it is involved in the complex, that is concentration of the lanthanone in complex form. Okay, and 0.2 molar it is still remain, that is concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. Generally in the chemical reaction, when we take the quantity of the reactant, all the reactant, it is not going to form the product. Some quantity is still remaining there. Okay, some quantity is still remaining there. So concentration of the lanthanone ion in the complex form and concentration of the lanthanone ion in the uncomplex form. This is uncomplex, means some quantity it is remaining there in the solution, that is concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. So total concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase, it is the sum of concentration of the lanthanone in complex form and concentration of the lanthanone in uncomplex form. So try to understand about this. Okay, so total concentration of the lanthanone ion in the resin column, it is equal to, okay, total concentration of the lanthanone ion, it is equal to concentration of the complexed lanthanone ion, that is this, and uncomplexed lanthanone ion. Okay, so try to understand about it. This is very important here, this part. Now the distribution coefficient lambda, previously we write lambda 0, but now due to the addition of the complexing agent, the distribution coefficient will be changes. So the new distribution coefficient now here lambda. So distribution coefficient lambda for lanthanone ions between solid resin and solution containing lanthanone ions will be, because now distribution coefficient will be changes, we are adding the complexing agent into the resin column. Okay, we are adding the complexing agent in the resin column, so distribution coefficient will be changes here. Okay, complex, due to the addition of the complexing agent, the distribution coefficient will be changes. Previously there is no addition of the complexing agent, we are only adding the eluent, but now eluent mixed with complexing agent is added, so this new distribution coefficient lambda, distribution coefficient will be changes. So lambda it is equal to, you can see, concentration of the lanthanone in solid phase. Actually the distribution coefficient lambda, it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in solid resin divided by concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. But what happens here? In aqueous phase, complex formation processes takes place. Okay, so concentration of the lanthanone, total concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase, it is equal to, that is we have already mentioned here, concentration of the complexed lanthanone ion and concentration of the uncomplexed lanthanone ion. So we are getting this concentration of the complexed lanthanone ion and concentration of the uncomplexed lanthanone ion, this. So new distribution coefficient, it is equal to, the numerator it is remains as 8, but denominator will be changed now. Okay, in the previous derivation we write the distribution coefficient lambda 0, it is equal to, in the previous derivation we write here the distribution coefficient lambda 0, it is equal to this, concentration of the lanthanone in solid resin divided by concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. But now due to the addition of the complexing agent, what happens here? Due to the addition of the complexing agent, this denominator will be changes. So what is this denominator? Now the distribution coefficient, it is lambda, not lambda 0. New distribution coefficient due to the addition of the complexing agent. So lambda it is equal to, numerator it is remains as 8, and the denominator it is equal to the total concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase, it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in complex form, okay, plus concentration of the lanthanone in uncomplex form, this remaining quantity uncomplex form. So you can see this equation now, okay. So lambda it is equal to this. Now substituting the value of concentration of the lanthanone complex, we are already getting this. Substituting the value of this according to the complex formation process, we find out this value, okay. So we can distribute now, we can substitute this concentration of the lanthanone in this equation. This is equation 2. So we can substitute this concentration of the lanthanone according to this. So you can see this equation, lambda it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in solid phase divided by, this is concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase, plus, okay, stability constant of the complex multiplied by this concentration of the complexing agent multiplied by this concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. So this denominator will be changes here. We are putting just the value of this according to this complex formation process, okay. So you can see the next step, this is common here, concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase, it is common. So we can write here 1 plus stability constant of the complex multiplied by concentration of the complexing agent, concentration of the complexing agent. This is common here, okay. This is common here, we are taking the common here. But lambda 0 it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in solid phase divided by concentration of the lanthanone in aqueous phase. So you can see here this, what is this, okay, lambda 0 it is equal to concentration of the lanthanone in solid phase divided by this. So we can substitute here lambda 0. So we can write here now lambda 0 divided by, in place of this we can write the lambda 0 here, divided by 1 plus stability constant of the complex, stability constant of the complex multiplied by concentration of the complexing agent, okay. So we are getting this equation here, lambda 0, this is for one lanthanone ion, you can see, okay. Lambda it is equal to lambda 0 upon 1 plus this equation, okay. We substitute lambda 0 now there, okay. So this is for first lanthanone ion, lambda distribution coefficient. If excess of complexing agent is used up and stability constant of the complex is high, then the equation can be simplified as the addition of 1, it is not important here. You can see 1 plus stability constant of the complex multiplied by this concentration of the complexing agent. So we are adding here 1 in the denominator. The stability constant value becomes very, very high. Also the concentration of the complexing agent, it is very high. Stability constant, it is in the power of 10 raised to suppose 18. And addition of 1 value, it is meaningless. So let us remove this 1 from this equation. So we can write lambda it is equal to lambda 0 upon this, okay. This is equation 3 now. This step 3 shows, this equation 3 shows the influence of the complex ion on the distribution of lanthanide ions, okay. This equation shows the effect of the complexing agent, lambda 0 divided by stability constant of the complex multiplied by this concentration of the complexing agent. So this step 3 shows the influence of the complex ion on the distribution of lanthanide ions between the solid resin and the aqueous solution, okay. Now similarly for next lanthanone ion, we can write this equation now, lambda dash equal to, suppose that this is for lanthanum and this is for cerium. Okay. So for next lanthanum ion, it is equal to lambda 0 dash upon stability constant of the next complex of the next lanthanum multiplied by concentration of the complexing agent. Okay, suppose that this is equation 4 here. Now according to this, we will get the new separation factor alpha. So new separation factor alpha, it is equal to lambda dash upon lambda. Okay, separation factor will be changes now because distribution coefficient will be changes. So separation factor alpha, it is also changes. So alpha, it is equal to lambda dash upon lambda. Previously we taken separation factor alpha, it is equal to lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0. But due to the addition of the complexing agent, this lambda will be changes as lambda 0 will be changes as lambda. So lambda dash upon lambda. Okay, new separation factor alpha, it is equal to. So you can see new separation factor alpha, it is equal to lambda dash upon lambda. Okay, so let us do this, and we are getting this equation now. Alpha, it is equal to, okay, alpha, it is equal to lambda dash upon lambda. Concentration of the complexing agent get cancelled because it is in the both derivations. So therefore we can write this equation now, lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0 dash multiplied by stability constant of the complex divided by lambda 0 into stability constant of the next complex. Okay, so in this way we are getting here the equation 4. We know lambda dash, it is equal to, okay, lambda dash, it is equal to concentration of the that is lambda 0, lambda dash, it is equal to what we have written, you can see here, lambda 0 dash. Okay, so we can do this, lambda dash, it is equal to. So this is very simple one, just you are doing this lambda dash upon lambda. Okay, you can see here lambda dash, this is lambda, it is equal to this. So lambda dash upon lambda, this will get cancelled. Okay, this goes to the supposed to be, this goes to the numerator now by doing this. So we are getting this equation now. So from this equation, it is clear that the extent of separation of lanthanum ions depends mainly on the stability constant of their complexes. This alpha depends upon stability constant of the complex, and stability constant of the complex is not same. Stability constant of the complex, it is not same. This is lanthanum and this is cerium. So their stability constant values are not same. It means that alpha, it is not equal to 1 here. Okay, alpha, it is deviates from the unity. From this step, it is clear that the extent of separation of the lanthanum ions depends mainly on the stability constants of their complexes. Therefore, if the complexing agent or chelating agent forms a chelate means heterocyclic ring of different stabilities, then alpha will differ significantly from unity, and the separation of individual lanthanide ions can take place. Thus, complexing agent plays a very important role in the separation of the lanthanide. So thus here separation factor alpha will be changes due to the addition of the complexing agent. And this is the role of the complexing agent in the separation of the lanthanide. This separation factor alpha does not equal to 1. Okay, it will deviate from unity if we solve this equation. So this is the significance of the complexing agent. This is the role of the complexing agent in the separation of the lanthanide. Because the stability constant values are not same here. Even though this is same, lambda 0 dash upon lambda 0, it is same. That is known to us. But this is not same. Okay. So thus, in this way, we explain here the ion exchange equilibria involved in the separation of the lanthanide. So understanding should be very, very important here.